Dun, dun, dun! Pro, as you like. Good evening and hello on Monday night. Good evening and welcome to Monday Night Live. Thank you very much for joining me. I'm Dean the Vaping Biker. Mr. Todd will be joining us as always a little bit later on, but he will be in chat making sure everyone is not being a silly person. So thank you very much for joining me. If this is your first time here on Monday Night Live, I'm going to spend the first 10 minutes just saying hello to people in chat, a little bit of that action. Then we go into the main vloggy bit where I try and talk about stuff as if I've pre-prepared it. So if you are watching this on playback, just skip ahead for 10 minutes and then you'll get into that section. Then after that, what will happen is Mr. Todd will come on and we'll have a little chat, we'll answer questions, and we'll do all of that sort of good stuff. But for now, let me know who you are. Let me know where you're from in the world as well. I love to see that. So thank you very much indeed. Now then, let's have a little look into chat, shall we? There's a few of you in here already. Look, fantastic. I think I'm all streaming. Everything's going the way it should do, so I hope so. Now then, let's have a go. Lois Ashton's in here. Alex McKenzie. Schwarzy is in here. Hello, Schwarzy. Reese Evans. Ophidian Vapes is in. Hello, sir. How are you? Vaping with Alfred. Batman? Cherryman, Vape Clouds, Alan Wilson, David Mottram, Jibby Jeffs, Hot Knife, Andy Fairchilds, James McDonough, Jason Voorhees, Philip Wheeler. It's me, dude. All right, Gareth. Is that Gareth? It's me, dude. Gareth, smiley face. Does that mean your name's Gareth? Let's go with that one. Johan K. Holmstrom. We are live. Yes, sir. Yes, we are. Hot Knife Howie. Hello from Canada. Ooh, have you got a knife channel? Have you got a knife channel on YouTube? What else have we got? Oh, no, that's probably something. No, I don't know. Right, Mr. Dragulas from Bosnia. Hello, sir. How you doing? What else have we got? Gort Bull, what's up from Norway? Hello, Gort. Did I say that right? I can never remember. What else have we got? Jason is from the UK. Did he write Vaping Biker Blast Boy? What's that time for Monday night? Mad lizard. That's moist in Chroma. It's moist in Long Stratton too, I tell you. Anyway, Raymond Bramsville, hello Dean, hello all, hello ex-Brit from Seattle. Oh no, you're in Seattle, but you're an ex-Brit. Gotcha. All right, Raymond. Jack Rudd, Odessa, Texas. Sebastian. So let me move the chat there. So I haven't got quite. It looks as though I'm almost looking at you that way. What have we got going on here? Where do we go? Odessa, Texas. Sebastian Yobin from Quebec. Phil Reeve, thank you very much indeed. Had a haircut. Pretoria is where Graham Buckley is residing. Evening from Eaglesham in Scotland. Murray Robertson, Smoke. Oi, see, I did that thing where I just started to scroll the chat gently and I went so let's just go from where this is. So we've got Teas in here. How we doing? Mike Sem, Vaping Trucker. Ben Mackamson, De Holt, Vaping Bachelor. Anwin Benjamin. Anwin. Anwin. I think you told me how to say your name last week. Was it last week? I think I did. Or recently. And I can't remember if I said it right. Barry Miller, oh, you beardy monster. How you doing? Thank you very much for coming in, Baz. It's Bedu Session, John Miller, Reese Evans, Sergey Zemsky from Russia. Privyet again. No one's corrected me on my Russian. Privyet, Kaktalar. But I'm going with it. I'm going with it because no one's told me otherwise. Chevy Man, Vape Clouds or Church Own Comfort Zone Comforts. Hi, Vaping Trucker, Jason Boys. I've said hello to you. Jim Old Paul Burford from Burton-on-Trent. I should know it. Burton-on-Trent. Burford. Let's go with that one, Paul. What else have we got? Anthony Shepherd from Orpington in Kent. We've got quite a few Brits in here tonight, which is always nice. Evening from Cambridge. So for Leah. Hello, Leah. How you doing? Rat Boy from Perth. What else have we got? Deborah Connor's in here. Nice to see you, Deborah. Big Kev, Enrique Pagan, Tim G. Star Mills Tech, DNNS84, Alex McKenzie, Smoothie 420. Nice to see you too. Warren Lindsay, evening. Hey, Dean and Mr. Todd from Norfolk. Richard James Rushton is from Norfolk. Alan Wilson from Jersey. How you doing over there in Jersey? What's the weather like in Jersey at the moment? I know someone in Jersey, I think. think I do. Jack McMillan. Hello. There's a few Norfolk people in Jack. Yes, I'm quite surprised. And I normally there's like 2 people from my home county, and that's about it. Vaping Trucker, yeah, you called me out. Yes, I did, Vaping Trucker. It's all good. What else we got going on? Jack, yeah, I've said hello to you already. Busted Knuckles, have I said hello to you over there in Massachusetts? If not, fuck it, hello to you, Busted Knuckles. I'm going to let you know how to say my name if I get to make it to Expo in October. Dean, great. It's see, Gaute. I want to say that's Gort or Gort. I do want to. What else have we got going on? Hello from Virginia Beach, Enrique, and that's very nice indeed. What else have we got? Pixel Nut from Chichester. That's nice. That's nice. That's a nice little name. What else we got going on? Chris Gardner is in Lethbridge, Alberta, Canada. No, Canada, not Canada. Canada. Learn to read, Dino. What's up from Mobile, Alabama? All right, Wayne Trammell, Aaron Galloway from Michigan. Double shade, says Alex. Well, you know, short-term memory loss. That's what the problem is. I do hope to meet you at Expo. We'll bring you a sticker with my name on it. Anon. Fucking Anon. That's it. Anon. There we go. I remember that conversation on a previous vlog. I remember that one, Anon. I remember it. Who gave the people from Norfolk Internet? You cheeky monkey, I tell you. When I got a camera recently without it. Woo-hoo-hoo. Hi from Belgium, says SXT. Amda Vape from Sweden. Hello, how you doing? What else we got? A big hello from Texas. Just found your channel. You rock, says Jurger. You rock too, sir. I'm going to say sir, but I don't mean to assume your gender. But I'm going to go with that until you tell me otherwise. Wayne Dixon is from Cambridgeshire. You've got a whole yes, Mr. Mottram, you're a hoot. What up, Dean in Sheffield, says Mr. Moist. That moist. Tell you that's got to get you some comments, isn't it? There is a bunch of you. Simon Gary, another Norfolk boy from King's Lynn. Flipping heck. Has there been a local shout out or something? What else have we got? Legion Vape saying looking extra smart. Well, I had to try and get rid of the tramp look for the weekend. What else we got going on here? Anything else? Any more from any more? Hi, John from East London. Hello, Dean from my girlfriend. What? Ben Mackinson. Hello, Dean from my girlfriend Jade, who's from. Oh, you see, have fun saying that. He said, Fockabers in Scotland. Let's go. Hello, Jade in Scotland, from Scotland. There we go. Yes, I got Jurgo's gender correct. Fantastic. Only a Norfolk lad can boast about doing a bit of online shopping. Fucking right. It's super exciting. Have you heard of something called eBay? It's mint. What else have we got going? Wayne Dixon is stripping mechs in regards to coatings. What's your go-to? I don't strip the coatings off mechs. However, if I did, I would probably go down just many grades of sandpaper until I got thoroughly bored. But I know I don't have the patience to spend days and days and days sanding mechs. So no, no. Right. Are we good? Let's have a little vape. That was almost dry. Let's get rid of that one. So we are going to get stuck into the vlog now. Let me get my still on the smart water, and still no smarter. So go figure. What's that all about? It would be product placement if I got paid for it, but I don't. So we have got, yes, hang on now. First and foremost, there is the DNA 75C update available now. Other people knew about it before me. Rude, but yeah, it's a thing. So replay on the DNA 75C. Tis there. I'll try and remember to put a link in the description of the video if you haven't found it already, or if Mr. Todd is in the chat and having a little look, maybe he can stick a little link in chat for us right now. No. like I said, what we're going to do is I'm just going to go through a few vloggy bits and bobs, and then and I'm not going to pay a whole lot of attention to chat as usual during that bit. Otherwise, let's be honest, I'm not the brightest. So that means that if I start talking about something and then I see something in chat and go, oh, I'll pay attention to that, then I'll forget what I was thinking about over here. It'll all go wrong. It will go. No. I know personal limitations, and that's a big one. So I don't pay a whole lot of attention to that. I do try and keep an eye on, just in case anyone says a question about something that I'm doing or showing at that particular time. Don't know what's going on with that, but you know what I'm saying. So once we get through that, then we can go through your questions when Mr. Todd comes on, and jobs are good, and hopefully he'll be aware of anyone making some poignant questions during that time. So right, let's have a little chat, shall we? So first and foremost, nowhere near what I wanted to achieve on content going out this week at all. We got the recurve out with the new sort of funky format, and to be honest with you, I'm pretty much finished on this feed link from Aspire, the squonker from Aspire that I used in that recurve video, but I've re-recorded bits like 3 times now. And also there's been other things that have kind of pulled me away from concentrating on stuff for the last couple of weeks, and I'll be able to explain a little bit more about that later on, but not a whole lot, but a little bit more about that. But no, so there's only been the one review. If you've watched it, I hope you enjoyed the new format. Basically what it's meaning is that I'm making something that I'm still developing it, but I'm trying to make something that's a little bit more enjoyable to the eye, without just seeing my gorgeous face the whole time. But at the same time, it's also helping me reduce the size of the vlog, so you don't have to sit there for like 15-20 minutes unnecessarily. You know, I can cut a few minutes off the end of that. We've got Monday Night Live for just long old ramblings, but the other stuff hopefully is going to look nice, and I've got loads of plans for how I'm going to make that even better. Yeah, I'm just getting into the swing of things at the minute, still trying to get used to using the slider and all that sort of good shit. So we will get there, but I do hope you're enjoying this this new format. The Aquitas was the first one of the new format. The recurve was the second, and yes, I do hope you're enjoying it. Now then, what else is going on? Obviously, as a few of you have commented, I've had my ears lowered, I've had a haircut, I've had the beard trimmed a little bit, so I'm slightly less trampy. Need to put some stuff in the beard to tidy it up a little bit, but and give it a brush out, because I'm really thin on the bottoms there. But yes, I'm had a little bit of a beautify, just because that way I can go to Expo and not hide. Because I look horrific. So no, that'd be nice. So I thought I'd have a little bit of a tidy up, just in case there's any selfies happening. You know, you've got to look a little bit swish on these things. So that's happened. Thank you. Now then, what have we got? So stuff that's coming. Do you know what? I can't remember about stuff that's come in and stuff that hasn't. Now, so I'm going to keep you up to speed with this one. First of all, first and foremost, with this, I've talked to you about the feed link in the past, and my thoughts on it are exactly the same, pretty much. It does seem to go through batteries rather quickly. I have noticed that, which is a bit of a weird one. And like I've said before, even with a full squonk bottle, you can sort of press it in and it gets very sort of quickly, it gets to like there's an airlock, and I think I've sussed where that airlock is, not airlock, where the air is coming in. I think I've sussed it, but I'm not 100% sure. So we'll see when I do that review. I'll be able to show you more about that one. But no, as far as this goes, really stupid placement for the button. And like I said on last week's vlog, it's really noticeable on the colourful one here. But this thickness of resin that comes out the sides, I just don't think that's necessary at all. But as far as a single battery squonker goes, it's got a pretty decent little capacity. It's quite comfortable in the old handy pandy, and it's not bad. It's not bad. Don't know how much they are, but it's not bad. The feed link, were the panels swappable? The black panels over from the silver. That is something that you will have to see when I do the review, when I finish the review. Teaser. Can't give you all my secrets straight off. So yeah, watch the review. I really want to get that out. I really want to get 2 reviews out before Expo. That's my aim in life. That's everything that I'm focused on. However, slight spanner in the works. Tomorrow is my birthday, and so I'm going to spend a little bit of time with my old man during lunchtime, and then the evenings with the wife. So I've got to try and fit in stuff. 44 tomorrow. Can you believe it? 44. I know I don't look it. I know I don't look it. But I do have really bright lights shining on me to try and hide the lines a little bit. But yeah, so that's happening tomorrow anyway. So I've got those 2 videos to do, and I want to do one other very, very special video, which I will talk about later. So yeah, that's the plan. Anyway, you see, I told you I'd go off on a tangent and I won't know what I'm talking about, and that's exactly what's just happened. I kind of like this setup, even though it kills batteries and it's a bit slurpy. Anyway, now then, the next thing. So we've got I've shown you the Geek Vape Legend. I've shown you that before. And oh, I see, look, not finished. This still comes with the Revo tank. Still hate it. Boom, there you go. But the mod isn't bad. Now then, the Geek Vape Legend. This has been troubling me somewhat. I've not got as far as dunking it in water or any of that sort of business yet. However, this is again another mod that seems to be going through batteries a little bit on the quick side, but to be honest with you, I'm still testing it, so I need to vary my coils a little bit more on top of it before I can really make that decision. But it certainly doesn't seem to be kind of economical with your dual batteries that are going on in there. It's nice to have the colorful screen. I mean, the colors I don't really give a shit about, but the fact that it's nice and bright certainly is very, very good indeed. Now, I hate the battery door. I very much dislike the battery door because on this one I have problems trying to close it up again. Opening, no problem, but closing it and trying to get it to catch, I have troubles with on this one. And also, it has done a couple of weird things on me with the screen's just gone off, and then I had to take the batteries out, put them back in, and restart it. That's only happened a couple of times, but nonetheless, it's happened. It's still a big mod. It's still a honk and great big thing, and it's still very kind of rubbery. So there we go. That's still a thing. Now, on top of there is this the wormhole? I think, is it called the wormhole? Is it? Someone in chat tell me. I should be. I should see. You see. Professional. I've got boxes galore going on down here. Now then, hang on, unless someone in chat tells me otherwise. I'm looking for the box. I'm looking for the box. Can't find the box. Think it's the wormhole. Does it say underneath? Let's have a little look. Wormhole. It is the fucking wormhole. Look, got it right. Look at all you nice people wishing me happy birthday. Look. Oh, bless you. Sinistral is saying the specs are doing wonders for me. Thank you very much indeed. What else have we got? You're not old yet, fella. Nah, I've still got some time in me yet. I mean, it's all good. It's all good. I've got a body of a 90-year-old, but the face of a 70, so that's good. But thank you so much for all of you that are saying happy birthday in chat. That's very kind of you. I do accept cash or presents. So, that's fine. Not beer, though. Don't drink. So, anyway, wormhole. Fuck. Tell ya. I've just put a nick shot in this one of my very lovely patrons. And if you do want to support this little independent channel, then go ahead and check out my little Patreon page. You can certainly go and do that. But one of my very kind patrons who kept it a secret sent me a bottle of Deja Voodoo and Suburban from Daily and Wick Liquor, which I'm very, very happy about. So let's get fucking stuck. Forgotten. Tell you, I'm not a fan. I don't think I'm a fan of this atomizer. Let's get stuck in and have a little toot on this. 0.12 at 88.8 watts. Is it any good? Hello, vapes and everything. So yeah, that's happening. Don't know if I told you about it last week, but I'm telling you about it this week. It's got a weird airflow setup. I don't see the point in it. Basically, you've got sort of a central airflow channel that will go underneath the deck and then come up in the center post, where it's got a sort of a clasp that goes over it with three little holes in it in a diagonal, which then kind of diffuses the air going out to the coil. So you can have just that airflow, you can have just outside airflow, or you can have a mixture of the two, which is fine in theory. However, we do have the option of going single coil on here, but that little, remember that clamp I said with the three holes in it that goes over a post in the middle with the air that comes out and some of that? This, you would think that the single airflow option would have the same clamp, but rather than three holes either side, would have holes just on one side. So I don't really understand what's going on there. I'll explain. I'm sure you're going to see a bunch of reviews about this before I get around to reviewing it, but it's a thing. It's a thing. Now then, hella deep juice well on this. Yes, I went all Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift. I said hella. Yeah, suck it. And to be honest with you, flavor is okay, but I can't see any benefits or negatives to having this kind of this different kind of airflow situation going on in the on the bottom. I've tried having airflow coming through the bottom and up the inside post, and I've tried having the outside post coming in, and I've tried doing a couple of different builds in it, and I'm not getting it. I am not getting it at all at the moment, but I will stick with it before I do the review. It's an Uggo to RDA as well, isn't it? I mean, that is not pretty. That would be going to a school dance by itself. That's you know, that's going with its mum. That's it's not a pretty RDA. But no, it's an RDA. It works. I've got no idea how much they are. If someone in chat knows, I can't even see the tank, the box. If someone in chat knows how much these are from Vapefly, then please do let me know. I'll have a little chat with Mr. Todd about this earlier on, because even though he's quite insistent that they're called Vape Life, we will see. Funny fact for you. The Vapefly hat that everybody got is that's on the biggest setting, and it's still too small for my monster dome. What's that all about? That's not a good look, is it? We won't do that. We won't do that again. Evening. Now then, what else have we got going on? So stuff that's come in, I think. Oh no, hang on, there's one more thing. So stuff that I just started again in the wrong place. I'm still using this little foot kit from Wake Modco with the little tank going on. I'm still sort of going with this little sub-ohm tank from those guys, just because I thought it would be a super easy little thing to crack on through, and it took ages for this coil to break in, but now it's broken in. I don't think it's too terrible. For a little tiny setup with a surprisingly heavy mod. This mod feels solid, and it's not got removable batteries. You do have to USB charge it. It's got a little LiPo in there, but it's super heavy and very glossy. Don't know if I'm totally sold on the glossiness, but no, it is a thing. Quite a dinky little thing. I think Mr. Green, Grim likes his as well, but I actually quite like it. I think it's quite cool. Now $39. Busted Knuckles. Is that it for the wormhole? $39. Fuck. I don't think I'll be doing that one, to be fair. I don't think I'll be doing that one. But no, yes. What? The little foot setup from Wake Modco, I think is a pretty funky little setup. It does look quite cool. And if you like your black and gold, because you know, you wanna make all your friends think you're Flash AF, then you know, it's this little setup that might be for you. Who knows? Busted Knuckles. Oh, hang on. Busted Knuckles, the RTA version. The RTA version of what? What are we talking about, Busted Knuckles? What are you talking about? Oh, I'm getting warm. I'm going to expose the purple t-shirt. What have we got going on in there? There we go. Let's have a little carry on look. Otherwise, you know, I'm not going to repeat it. So, stuff that's come in. I've told you about that. I've told you about that. Now that we've got the Breeze 2 from Aspire, and this hit every branch on the ugly tree on the way down as well. I think this is absolutely vile, but it's another little pod system. Now, I used this for pretty much the whole day when I went and had my my hair cut just to see what it was like, and it's spitty. Yeah, it's you know, I mean, it works. I've got the point 0.6 coil in here at the minute, but the flavor from this is not doing me any kind of I'm not excited. This is not kind of giving me banging flavor, which I was rather hoping for. Being Aspire, I mean, it's using one of their U coils, and like we saw on there, what was it? It wasn't a Nautilus, was it? What was that one that they did with the U coil when they first did it? And the first lot of coils were horrible. But it uses that type of coil, and the flavor on this is not brill. It's not brill, I've got to say. Took me a while, but there is LEDs. And when I unboxed it for my patrons, couldn't see them, but you might be able to see something in there when I turn it on. No, you can't really, because they're not the brightest LEDs. So not really a whole hill of beans pointing them being there. But the good thing, I guess, with this, with this sort of shape, you can easily pop it in your pocket and all that sort of stuff. That's good. However, one trick I really think they missed on this one, this cap just pulls off. So you've got this in your pocket. This cap is going to go off if you're driving or something like this. You're going to put that down, lose that instantly. And then you've got quite the big kind of hole going on up here. Now you can see the top bit of the sort of the stainless bit in there of the top of the U-shaped coil, but you're going to get fluff and gunk and, you know, toenails and what have you all in there. That's not going to work out well. What they should have done, I really firmly believe, is because this top cap is really loose, they should have had it so it kind of it flips, so it kind of comes off and does that like a Zippo. You know, if that had have happened, I think that'd have been a really sort of classy design choice. Plus, they could have made it so it doesn't kind of go in at the sides there. The cap could have gone up at the sides, flick it off like that, and that would be quite cool. You keep hold of the cap, and you wouldn't lose it in the car or when you're in the bath or, you know, whatever. So no, I think that the cap is a bad design choice. However, you've got the two little jobbies either side of it, one there and one there, and you click those. That then pulls the pod out, which is refillable. Super easy to refill. Massive great hole to refill on that one, and then it just goes and clicks back in again and wallop. But no. So, you know, they didn't. Right. Rage time. When a company sends a reviewer things like this, and usually Aspire have been pretty good with this, but when a company sends a reviewer something like this, for a reviewer to do their job properly, they have to go through multiple coils to test multiple thickness of juices, different VG, PG, all that sort of good stuff, and, you know, and work through it. With this, I've got the 0.6 that came in the pack and the 1 something or other that also came in the pack, no extras. So this is not going to get a full review. I will tell you about it in a in another vlog, I guess, and unless I pick up some more coils while I'm at Expo. But no, at the current state, I can't test this because I don't have enough coils to go and do it. And so because of that, currently as it stands, I will tell you about how this goes on the next vlog. But no, this has got pros, it's got cons. Not super excited about it. Think they missed a design trick, and there you go, boom, wallop. But there you go. Tell you more about that later on down the road. Now then, I'm really dry today. Like, I had a whole packet of bourbon biscuits earlier on. So what else have we got? What else have we got? So we've got this. We've got this little puppy. Now, I don't know what this is called. What's it called? Ah, there we go. Proton. We've got the Proton from Innokin. There we go. That's what that screen looks like. We've got a little joystick affair like we have on the SX mods or the SX boards. We've got some of that action going on right there. This feels a little bit cheaper. It does feel a little bit cheaper than the SX, but that's happening. Change the color of the screen, all that sort of stuff. It doesn't animate. It doesn't do anything kind of funky or cool or anything like that, but it is very, very bright. On top of there is the Scion tank that comes in the kit. And it's you know, yeah, it's a tank. But this has got a mesh coil in it. Now, I hate mesh coils. I've always said I hate mesh coils, and I always will hate mesh coils. But for this, I'm having to push 70 watts through here. I'm not getting 70 watts worth of vapor coming from it. But, you know, mesh coils for me are things that mesh coils are like Harley Davidsons. Harley Davidsons are a great way to turn money into not very many miles, and these mesh coils are a great way to turn money into not much vapor. So, you know, when it comes to battery life and all that sort of jazz, I'm not really a huge fan of mesh coils. So, but I am testing it because, you know, review life. The mod, on the other hand, big old button on the side. One of the things that I mentioned to my Patreons when I did the unboxing was you can just about see there, you've got a little kind of whizzy little Innokin symbol thing going on there. It would have been really nice if that was raised or knurled, or, you know, a little bit of texture going on there, so you could kind of pick it up without looking at it and be able to fire it on the button every time. However, having said that, you don't have to be. I can't remember what mod it was. I was looking at a mod a little while ago, and you had to be really accurate. You had to be really accurate pressing the very, very top of the mod. With this one, you can kind of just give it a squeeze, and it kind of pivots from kind of halfway to sort of the lower portion, so it does work. But no, other than that, the mod is quite chunky. It is quite chunky. It turns off super easily, and like off. I'm not entirely sure if I'm draining one battery a little bit quicker than the other as well, but I'm going to keep my eye on that while I do plenty of testing on this little puppy. But as far as Innokin have made some brilliant products. I know someone in chat had mentioned about the T18 getting them off stinkies. I love that. I love the T18, and I've loved quite a lot of the, and who, you know, MVP, whatever they are, they were marvelous little powerhouses of mods. Not flash, not exciting, but just did what they said on the tin. This, they had a few dodgy ones. They have come out with a couple of dodgy products, but this, I think, you know, aside from having all of these flashy lights and stuff, which aren't really necessary in this day and age, but aside from having all of that, aside from having there is one thing that I have noticed, and I will hang on, let me just double check. Right. Okay, so Mr. Todd, if you're watching, then maybe you can give me some advice on this when you come on. But seeing as I'm talking about it now, I'm going to talk about it now. So one of the things that I noticed, okay, so when I go into the screen here, I mean, if I come out of this, just so you can see what's going on. When you come onto this joystick, 3 clicks takes you into the menu. Go down to settings, into the screen. And then I want to go to brightness. Okay, so brightness, it looks as though I'm at half brightness here, right? So I then click on the button and I go to full brightness, but it doesn't seem to have done anything. Now, I can't move up and down with the joystick. It does nothing. So, oh wait, no, hang on. No, fuck me. There we go. Just found it. Right. You see, look, you see on the job testing. In that case, it works fine. Just shut up me. Phew, lucky I've not reviewed this yet. No, but I didn't think that I could change the up and down of the brightness, and it confused me greatly when I unboxed it. However, now we've sussed that out altogether as a group. It's something I'm a little bit more comfortable with. So it is a nice and bright screen, and away you go. But let's have a little crack. like I say, 70 watts isn't really kind of kicking the balls off. I've had this up to 88.8. I'm not entirely sure the tank, even though, see, the problem with this tank is, like a lot of them, it comes with the massive board mesh coil going on in the middle. Not board as in what you guys might be at the moment, but board as in huge hole in the middle, with a really small amount of wick around the outside. So you would imagine it would keep up with wicking super, super easily. I've not necessarily found that to be the case, and I think the reason for that is, and I've got to strip down a coil to find out. But can you see on those wicking holes? It looks like you've got dirty, great big wick holes. But then when you look at the top, that's kind of just a bit darker. It looks as though that might be the only section that the juice is going through. So, you know, you look at it and you think, fucking, that should wick like a beast. But then on this one, wicking like a beast. What's going on here? I don't really understand what's going on here. I don't really understand. I don't know. I don't really know what's happening, to be honest with you. But, you know, I'm not very far into the test of either of these, but I will give you my thoughts on the tank when I do the review for the mod, as one might expect. The good thing is, I guess, it's not super turbulent. It's a pretty smooth airflow. So if you like kind of going through batteries at a fair whack, then that tank could be for you. It's got an easy fill, one of them sort of clippy things going on there. So you just slide that back and forwards and do that sort of shit. So that works. Now, what else? Is there anything else that's come in? I don't think there is, you know. I don't think there is. Oh, one good thing. I told you ages ago that I had the Hadion cap. The very nice Andy from Ohms Distro gave me a Hadion cap for my Entheon, and I lost my Entheon, but I found it again now, so I can try the Hadion cap and see how it goes. See if it turns it into like a very similar type of RDA to the Had Elite. Looking forward to that one. Now, is there anything else? Is there anything else? I don't think there is. I don't think there is, but we will talk about what's coming up this weekend and all that sort of good shit in a little while. But for now, I think that what we'll do is we will bring Todd on while he's not really paying attention, like that.
I'm not ready. Go away. Go away.
I just wanted to show everyone that you were wearing the hat through choice.
I'm my vape hat, I'll have you know.
It looks cool, as you like.
It does. I'm going to start wearing this to vape events so that I fit in more.
Yeah. Well, if anything's going to do it, that's clearly going to sort it out for you.
Yep. I think so. I think it's quite dashing.
Well, hello, Mr. Todd. Nice of you to join us. Thank you very much indeed, as always. How's your week been? What have you been up to? Anything exciting in for you?
Nothing really, mate. I don't think I've had any. What has come in? The wormhole, the same as you.
Yep.
And a couple of armadillo mods. I think I've shown, well, that little DNA 75C sklunker.
Yes. My friend Mike got one of those and made me very, very jealous. So I joined the group, and then like a week later, I saw that you had one. I was most upset.
There's nothing that sucks more as a reviewer. Maybe we shouldn't say that publicly, should we? No. It's like, I think I'll get that in for review, and then you see that Dean's got it, and it's like, fuck it.
It's super annoying. I thought that was one of them little gems that nobody knew about, so I was gonna order one, but no. I'm not now. Oh, I have ordered. I think I have told you, but I've not told anyone else. I have ordered a mod from Fine Mods, from Matt at Fine Mods, which I'm super excited about. A dual 18650 DNA 250C, which will be a 168 or whatever it will be. But no, so I'm super excited about that one. But no, what are you laughing about? What are you losing your mind about?
I've just read a comment. There's somebody in chat called Ravishing Rick, and I really want to block him, but what a comment that is. It's brilliant. Yeah.
There was an unusual amount of dead air then because I was reading it.
I like Ravishing Rick Rude. Can we keep him? Can we keep him?
We'll see what he says next.
No. So you're getting a fine.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a lovely bit of wood that he's making it from, and I'm super excited about it. I've wanted just a basic dual 18650 DNA 250C board in just a sort of a smallish little mod. I was going to make one, just not had the time to, and I'm super excited.
I have to ask, and I love Matt. Matt's a really nice guy, and you know I've got one of his mods and quite a fan, but does it have screws on the faceplate?
It might have, and I'm okay with it, to be honest with you, because you know I'm not like you. I like screws. David Smith says, have you seen Matt's new single 18650 mech squonker? It looks interesting. It's not mech, is it? I thought he was using a switch fit on that one.
I thought it was a switch fit, unless he's doing mechs as well. I don't know.
He might be. I've still got my my previous fine mods in my little mod drawer there, and I do like them. So I'm really looking forward to seeing. He said he would send pictures of the sort of the build process, and I've said no. If you don't want me to hassle you daily, then just don't send me pictures, because otherwise I'll get too excited, and then I'll just be like, "Is it done yet? Is it done yet? Is it done yet? What about now? Is it done yet?" And then so it's probably best just not to. So yeah, whenever that gets done, I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully in a couple of weeks or so.
I mean, that's the thing. I mean, you know, people shouting out for a long time for dual 18650 mech squonkers and whatnot. Matt's been doing them for donkeys.
Yeah,
absolutely donkeys.
Oh yeah, that was that. It was 2 years ago. It was in the other room, in the other kind of little studio setup that I had. That I did my my first review of his dual parallel mech squonker. And also that 26650 squonker we did with a 30mm bottle in it. That was amazing. But no, I got super excited about the about parallel squonkers, because that to me was the first kind of high power big cloud squonking that I'd come into contact with, and I loved it.
Yeah,
just pig and marvelous, right, so this weekend coming, tell us about what you're up to. Tell the world about your plans.
For fine mods on.
You're putting a link in chat for fine. Yes.
Just
yes. You are.
Sorry, can you repeat the question, Colin?
Well, I'll do the link for you, but yeah, this weekend, tell people what you're up to.
This weekend, oh yes, Wednesday night, I fly off to Germany, and I'll be out in Germany Wednesday night, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday for the Hall of Vape in Stuttgart. Stuttgart? Yes. And I shall, yeah, can't wait. Really excited, because, yeah, there'll be lots of gear there that I'm looking forward to seeing. Absolutely. And there's a lot of mod makers there as well, isn't there? Yeah, 50. 50. Okay, now. So we've got Expo coming up this weekend, and we're going to have a lot of the kind of the retail stock, if you like, and you'll be seeing all of the posh bits of wood and resin and plastic. Pretty much, yeah. Fantastic. That was good. Yeah, there's all the folk that are up themselves will be going to Stuttgart, and yeah, it'll be good. That'll be good. I think that was a good show. It was a hell of a turnout last year, wasn't it? Yeah, I mean they had 20,000. I mean, for what's it wasn't as big as say Expo was last year, but they still had close to 20,000, and I think they'll have a lot more than that this year. Yeah, because the hall, I think the hall's about double the size. Double the size. We've got them in chat tonight, mate. We've got Mariah Carey in there now. Yeah. So, but yeah, there's yeah, it's a lot of folk going. There's the only thing is there's a, I mean, I know a couple of folk have pulled out because of the German TPD. So you know they're not going to be able to. Some mod makers will not be able to sell anything because of the German TPD. So
yeah.
that has put a bit of a spanner in the works for some people. But it's a shame. But
Yeah.
and I want to see the Typhoon or Typhon GT4.
Okay.
I want to see that. But it's 25 mil. I didn't realize it was 25 mil, this new tank, but apparently it is. Yeah, 25 mil.
Oh. Well, you see, what was that big one that was there last year? There was a honking great big tank there last year, wasn't
there? The Typhon BT, the mesh one.
There we go. Yeah,
that was the big one last year. That sold like crazy. But this year you've got the eSmoke Guru will be releasing the Skyfall, and I also think that God Emio will be. I think he's releasing an RDA as well.
Oh, nice.
There's a few releases that are going to happen there.
Yeah, yeah, interesting. Just a quick one. Vaping with Alfred has asked this a couple of times. My Samsung 25Rs smell burnt, yet I use an external charger. Stop using them. If they smell burnt, stop using them because they're probably shagged. So buy some more. Treat yourself some more cells from a trusted source.
I also check the charger first.
Yes. Well, yeah. I mean, stop using the batteries and then check your charger.
Yeah. It's what charger is it? I'd be curious to know what charger it is actually.
I don't know. He's not said. He's only given us half the information. How are we meant to work with that? It's only half the flipping info. Right, good. So you've got all that. So you're leaving me to fend for myself at Expo this year, which I'm very, very upset about. And there's going to be tears. There's already been many tears, and there will be more. But yeah, no. What's going on here? What's Schwarzy doing?
Rabbit.
Oh goodness. But yes, so Expo's happening over here this weekend. If you are going, then please pop over and say hi. And even if you go to Stuttgart, go and say hello to Mr. Todd and give him a big hug. He loves all that sort of business. So if you can give him the sort of the kiss on each cheek, if you can reach his mammoth head, then go for it. Do some of that action as well. He loves all that. But do come up and say hello to us. No one can see that there because, but do come up and say hello to us as long as we're not eating or peeing. They're the only times where it's not advisable. But otherwise, jobs are flipping good, and we're more than happy to chat. And also, please be aware that if someone else has come up to say hello and you're having a little chat with those, I can't, it's one of those little awkward things. And I don't know how you deal with this one, Mr. T, but you've got sort of 2 or 3 people wanting to speak to you, but you don't want to be rude to this person that's speaking to you. So you say, right, well, I've had enough talking to you. Let's talk to you instead. Do you know what I mean? It's difficult, isn't it?
I just hand out tickets.
One of them big round things like you have at a deli counter. Just take a ticket.
Just wait your turn and then just announce it over the tannoy,
So yes, we don't at any point want to be rude or anything like that, but we do want to make sure we say hello to as many people as we can. So just be aware of that if there's sort of people around, but we're more than happy to have a chat, find out how you're getting on and say hello and all that sort of good stuff, because you guys are the reasons we are where we are. And talking of where we are, in a seamless transition right there, you just hit your 60,000 subscribers. Congratulations.
I did. It cost me a fortune. It cost me an absolute fortune. I had to buy the last 13.
You don't say that, because some people will think you're being serious.
I am. I had to go in my Facebook group and said that I needed 13 subs before I came on the show tonight.
You're a bell end. But congratulations anyway. Well done on getting there. How long have you been reviewing now?
Oh, over 6 years now.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. But no, well done. Congratulations. I'm definitely going to start putting more content out again now, so I can start streaming ahead of you once again, because that gap is closing once again. That wouldn't that be ironic if you then start overtaking me and we just bunny hop each other for the rest of all time?
No, it wouldn't. It's never going to happen. Sorry, people asking for my PayPal link in chat, if that's okay. I can hand that out. I will have merch, and it will have 11 written across the front here. So
bless you. Bless you. My cat has now subscribed to Mark. Well, that's brilliant, isn't it? Isn't it? That's just.
I kid you not, there was actually people saying that they'd gone onto their sister's or their brother's computer and subscribed to the channel. I'm going to wake up in the morning. I'll wake up in the morning and I'll have like 59,000 because.
Yeah. Well, it's a nice little milestone, anyway. Shame that you were beaten there by a little fat bearded chap, but crack on.
Yeah, well, that's what I get for making you, and I can break you.
Now then, I think oh, by the way, if you have not been to a convention before, I have got in the description, I've got a link to a video that I did before Vape Jam last year, which hopefully has a bunch of tips and not tricks, but ideas and things to be aware of when you go to these events, because there is a few bits and bobs outside of just having water and all that sort of stuff. So feel free to go and check that out, although please be aware it was for Vape Jam last year, but the things still apply, I think. So go and check that out if you haven't done already. But now let's have a little look in chat. Now, if you do have any questions, please start them off with @VapingBiker or @Todd's Reviews. That would be splendid. Thank you very much indeed. And then put them in uppercase. We ask for this every week, and there's like 2 people that do it, but uppercase, capital letters, smash that caps lock button. So it helps our, pardon me, little old eyes read it. Even though I've got the specs of doom on tonight, the eyesight's still not that much better. One other thing that I wanted to say as well before we get too far into it as well, and I forget, I will be at a very particular stand for a fair chunk of Expo as well, which I'm looking forward to. But I can't tell you who that is today. I should be able to release that in a video on Wednesday or Thursday night. So that will help if you do want to come and say hello. I'll be at one particular place because there has been a project that I'm not going to go into. There has been a project that I've been working on for a long, long time now. And there will be more information available at Expo, which I'm crazy excited about and absolutely crapping myself about as well. So there we go. But it's not, it's not one of the norms, if you like. So it should be interesting. So if you're there, I'll tell you about it beforehand, but keep an eye on social media and all that sort of good shit as well. Make sure you follow me on Instagram for a start. Now, good. Right. So let's have a little look in chat and see what we've got going on here. Luca Barocco, how to stop the monkey. What? That's me confused. Alex McKenzie, can you see this? No. There you go. That's confused him. Todd's Reviews want to sell that black and silver Furion. It'll help snack fund in Germany. Do you want to sell the silver and black Furion?
No.
There we go.
Oh, actually, can I show this? I did this to my one.
Hang on, I'll put the camera on you rather than it coming to me. Hold on. Go.
Yeah. Oh, brass.
Oh. Because that was carbon fiber look business before, wasn't it?
It was. It's just a plastic tube that's in there with fake carbon fiber. But the wonderful beardy Rick from modmaker.co.uk.
Yeah.
Are other places you can buy these parts from, but that's where I got mine. Anyway, that's the 20700 tube. I had to take an angle grinder to it and cut a bit off, but with a bit of persuasion, it did fit in. So they should have made it. I still think they should have made it like that from new.
Absolutely, absolutely. How much are they retailing for?
In the UK, about 70 to 80 pounds, I think it is.
Okay, so 70 to 80 pounds, another tenner on a tube, and then another 30 quid on an angle grinder.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, some people have these bits lying about their house.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Hey, that could be a service for you up in the shed, just slicing tubes into bits.
Yeah. Chat, so they're good tonight. Chat's on a roll tonight.
We'll get to. Oh, God, yeah, okay. What's the best, safest, most tree-hugging way to dispose of batteries? I tend to put a bit of tape on the top and the bottom, and then take them to a garage or a dump or somewhere like that has proper battery disposal places. There you go.
Your vape shop.
Or a vape shop. If you know a vape shop that does that, then great.
Your vape shop, any decent vape shop will have a battery disposal service.
Good idea. I've not seen that in a vape shop. I don't think anyone locally does that I've seen, but good idea.
Well, they can actually get it for free. There's a website that any vape shop can go to that can sign up, and they will send you a box, a disposal box.
Is there?
Yes, there is.
See, look, there's relevant information to the world. Do you know the website?
I'd have to go and check it, because we used to use it for the place I worked for. We got it sorted out, but there is a free service. There
we go. So if you own a vape shop, or if you go to a vape shop and they don't have this battery thing, make it a thing. Make it a thing so they all do it, because that's very important.
You could do what other people are suggesting. You can throw them in the pond. You can throw them at the wall. You can flush them. You can chuck them out the window, put them in the microwave. And yeah, you can do all that stuff.
I'm going to say no to all of that. And go to your vape shop or garage instead. What else have we got going on here? Mr. Todd, what new mod do you fancy or might be buying at Stuttgart? Asks Remco.
Not a clue. I have no idea whatsoever. I'll just see what's there, see what takes my fancy.
Fair enough. Lovely old job. Am I bringing out a nice long tank? Asked Tenebris. No, I'm not. But I think young Richard's tank is going to be available soon. Is it in the next couple of weeks?
Is it not this week?
I don't know. We haven't got ours yet.
Oh no, it's going to be the 4th or the 5th. It will be available at a certain Nick shop.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's Just Add Nick, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't mind giving them a shout out. So Just Add Nick at the moment, I think they're the first people. But if you do go onto the Saver RTA Facebook page, then that'll tell you about any places that are going to be selling it in the near future. What else we got going on? A project you can't talk about? Is it the Daedalus? I see that Nightcore. God, just fucking cheeky bastards. Simon Ford asks what your ideal setup would be. For me, it would be whatever I fancy vaping at the time. To be honest with you, I don't have a kind of a particular, favorite that I couldn't live without. I don't know about you.
Yeah, much the same. Whatever's heating up my coil at that moment in time. I don't have a favorite. Well, that's not strictly true. No, I have ones that I prefer to use, but there's no strict favorite as such.
That's fair enough. Cool. Mike the Vaping Janice says, how many subs did you get before you started getting products to review? I don't think I think I might have got like 1 or 2 after the first year and a half, something like that. So I ended up, I bought everything, I think, sort of for that. And Advocacy was the first company that sent me anything. But yeah, it took me ages to get products to come in. And that's what you have to do. You can't expect a review and then get people to send you stuff, because if there's a choice of sending to someone with 100 subscribers or a choice of sending something to someone with 20,000 subscribers, that company would be stupid to send it to the 100 subscribers, because no one would see their product. So you just have to work your bollocks off, buy your own gear, trade it, use your mate's gear, all that sort of stuff, and just review as much as you can. Content is king. Get out as much content as possible, get a following, get good at what you do, and then sort of other people will start noticing. Bryce Vapor, well, that's an interesting idea, but I have no idea. What else have we got? Thoughts on the Nord? We're not going to be talking about that, although I did see that there is now an insert going in the Nord to kind of funnel air a little bit differently, or make the inner chamber a little bit smaller. But yeah, I don't think either of us will be getting one of those to try out. What else we got going on in here? Vaping Bucket Reviews. I followed both of you on Instagram. Were my follow back? What? Vaping with Alfred? Don't understand what you're saying there. What are your thoughts on the new Recurve RDA by Mike Vapes, Vaping Biker? Well, DIY Down Under. If you go and have a little look on my channel, you will see the review that went up. See, even if I don't do up many reviews in a week, people don't see the ones I do put up. But there is the Recurve review up on the channel now that you can go and check out, and that will tell you all my thoughts.
Other reviews are available.
Yeah, but mine's best, so shut. Can you recommend a restricted lung or mouth-to-lung refillable pod? Is the Me Pod just hype? Asks Grant McKenzie. I think a little bit. Yes, I've got the Me the Me Pod here. The one thing I don't like about the Me Pod, and I've talked about this, is right up there. You've got this huge, great drip tip thing, but you only get your vapor come out of this top hole here, and that means you get kind of a warmer section. Now, I did put, and I think I did this for the last vlog. I did put the newer high resistance coils in here with a little reducer in there as well. And it's still, I don't know. It's just weird having kind of a whole mouthpiece and then just having air coming out of one section. The hole in the middle is actually what basically makes the mod work. So that's not where your flavor comes from. Just coming off that edge is a little bit frustrating. Now, what I do like, once again, not mouth to lung, just heavily restricted lung hit, is this Jaywell Lacarte or LC. I think this is the best looking pod system out there when it's not covered in finger marks and what have you. But I think this is the tits. I really do like this. This does have a mouthpiece on the corner there, but I think that's nice and comfortable, and it's got that little leather case to pop that in as well. So I like that, but it's not mouth to lung. I've not had a mouth to lung pod for ages. I can't remember the last time I had a true mouth to lung pod. You had a pod recently. Any thoughts?
Yeah, it's what I'm taking to, well, what I'm going to travel with to Germany.
Okay. Tell us, what is it?
That is a little Chinese V-Laden type thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it works. It blows the back of my head off, so it must be Nick salts. But yeah.
Oh, they're pre-filled, are they? They're not refillable.
You can actually get the refillable ones for them.
Oh, okay.
They sell them. So, but I've not tried them. So there we go. I'm just using the supply. They sent on a whole stack of them. So
yeah,
I'll just throw them in my bag and they'll do the job nicely.
Good times. Happy days. Pardon me. Vaping Biker, what would you like to see in vaping this year? Better batteries, etc. I would like to see going back to basics this year. And I would like to see more dual battery squonkers. So there we go. That's what I would like to see. What else have we? David Mottram, and this is one that I meant to talk to you about last week and I forgot. David Mottram says, has anybody seen the Joytech mod using AA batteries and what looks like to be a CASAA tank? Have you seen that little puppy?
No, but it was mentioned last week, but I don't think we picked up on it.
Yeah, it looks a strange little thing, and I can't really wrap my head around how they're using AA batteries, because, I mean, that was a thing from fucking 10 years ago, wasn't it?
I've actually got a device here that uses. Does it? Where is it? Hang on, I'll dig it out. You carry on.
I mean, I can see the benefits there, in as much as if Joytech is thinking that things like the 18650s and all that sort of stuff could get difficult to use with regulation, AA's are going to be super easy to get. However, I can't see how that's going to be super useful. Although, you know, I guess you'll have to use rechargeable ones. I don't really know.
There you go. That's an old e-cig for you.
Holy crap!
Even comes with a keychain.
What? Well, look at that. Look, that's the thing. Is that a proper old one?
Oh, that's very, very. That's not even a 510. That's, oh Christ, I couldn't even tell you what that is now. Damn, that's going back a long time. But yeah.
Happy days, happy days. Kirk Svinos says, well, your opinion on the Apollo XTRRDA? That's not something I've heard of. What about you?
Never heard of it.
Righty-ho?
No.
Zero opinion. When's the Vandy Vape 80-watt regulated squonk coming to the UK? I have no idea. I don't have one. I've never tried one. I don't think Vandy Vape likes me anymore. So not a clue. Not a clue. Keep an eye on Tony Vapor Trail channel. Keep an eye on his social media, because I'm sure he'll be able to tell you all of that sort of good stuff. Now then, what else have we got? Aspire Breeze 2 seems fascinating. Adjustable AFO, refillable, removable coil. But you see, well, I talked about it. I've talked about it, Christoph. I've talked about this already. And I no, it's not mouth to lung. It's very restricted lung for me. You know what I'm like when it comes to mouth to lung. I like a very tight mouth to lung. This is not it. Although, you know, you can restrict the airflow. Yeah, you can. Yeah, I'm not really feeling it, to be honest with you, from a mouth to lung point of view. What else have we got? Mr. Todd, will you be getting the Wasp Nano BF mod? Because they like you, because they send you stuff. Have you got their little bottom feeder mod that looks like a Pico with bejazzling?
That's a cheap looking piece of shit, that thing.
It's fuck ugly. It's really wrong, isn't
it? No, they haven't actually contacted me. They haven't contacted me. I don't know. I really don't know.
What else have we got going on here? What do you think about the Phobia RDA by Vandy Vape? Asked Marcos. I've reviewed that, my friend, so go and check that out. That will I can't remember now, but go and check that out. Sinistral, if you could erase one vape product from the world, what would it be?
Oh,
that's a tough one, isn't it?
That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Does it have to be a product? Can it be a person?
I was just going to say vape reviews in total. Just get rid of all of them. It's too much aggro. Can't be asked.
Yeah, too much. No, I'm not. No, I'm taking the fifth on that one, if you don't mind.
Fair enough. Fair enough. We've got a couple of guesses for an 808 or an 801 fitting on that old school mod that you just showed up.
It could. Do you know? It could well be. It could well be. I'm sure there's a 9. There's a 9 fitment. What the hell? No, I'm not going to see. No, I'm not looking. Not looking.
Fair enough.
Jason Scott saying, shall he buy the Suicide King Squonk mod by Purge Mods? Never seen it. That's more your area, isn't it? Purge Mods.
I've seen it. I think it's the one that I've seen and held at whatever the expo last year. I think if that's the one that I looked at last year, they both look lovely. I've not had one, not tried one, but yeah, they look great. They're good, solid built as well.
I'll let you know, because they're over in Germany.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh,
there we go. 901. That's what it is.
901. There you go. What, you old bastard. Rick Mason, DNA 75. Yeah. Well, no, you see, now we've got the replay thing. I've got to redo it. Rick. What else have we got? I've seen any more for any more. Don't forget that if you have anything that you want to ask us, make sure you start it with @VapingBiker or @Todd's Reviews. Otherwise, we might not see it. Do you think old mechs mods like the Karma kit is good by right now? The Karma one, was that the one that was like sort of twisted that from Geek Vape? Was it that one? Because I did not like that at all. I did not like that mod.
I never saw the Karma kit, mate. I never saw it.
If it was that one that looked like a veiny penis, then I did not like that. But around about the same time, Coil Art came out with a couple which were quite sweet. I quite like the black and copper one. That was quite cool. How about the iJoy Capo Dual 2700? That's no. What have I reviewed? Yes. What? Yes, I've done that, haven't I? I think I've done that. Yes, I have done that, and I didn't like it. Go and watch the review. What about ultrasonic vape devices? Now that is an interesting one. I've seen that Mr. Basado and Dimitri have been having a little look into these ultrasonic jobbies. Have you seen anything about them yet? I'm sure you will at Stuttgart.
I've not watched any. I'm going to have to spend 2 days with those bastards. I'm not going to watch their videos as well. I've not watched Phil's Mr. Bisrado's video. I've not seen it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Do you know who stocks that stainless steel Hadion cap in the UK? I don't know, but maybe check out Squonk Radar. Possibly worth giving them a look. What else have we got? Todd's reviews. What one thing would you not advise doing at a vape event? Getting your willy out, Jimmy. Don't do an elephant impression. That's what I'd say. Yeah. What's the best beginner RDA you would recommend? There are so many that are super easy to build now that you can get any of the sort of the Vandy Vape, the Geek Vape, anything like that. Any of those ones tend to be dead easy to build, and you will get a pretty decent vape from. So Geek Vape, Vandy Vape, Advocacy, Hell Vape, any of those sort of puppies, and they're all nice and cheap and cheerful as well. But learn what you're doing before you do it. Yeah. Have you got any thoughts on that? No?
I agree with everything you just said. I was reading chat. I can't multitask. I'm really sorry.
I love the tool shed and building place behind Rick. Who's Rick? Oh, Rick, as in mod maker Rick, or does Terra ha think your name is Rick?
Yes, my name is Rick. I run a business in the UK called modmaker.co.uk.
All lies. But will you ever show your building place room Vaping Biker? Yeah, I might do. I'm going to do at some point in time. I'll do a like a studio tour and stuff when it's all sort of finished the way I want it to look and everything else. But yeah, I mean, I've shown my sort of Patreon people, but out for the big wide world, then absolutely. I've got, I'm getting there now. I've got my little photography studio area and video and stuff and things and shit and coffee machine and all that sort of good shit and water.
There's a good question.
Go on in.
What do you use to clean battery contacts?
Rubber.
Yep.
There we go. So yeah, just use the back of a rubber mouse mat, something like that. And that'll do a fine job.
Depends on what the contacts are made from as well. If your contacts are silver plated or stuff like that, don't.
Oh, sorry, I thought you meant the contacts on the battery itself.
Well, same thing could apply, I suppose. Don't take anything too abrasive to your contacts on your mods.
No, exactly. No sandpaper and all that sort of jazz. I must admit, when it comes to the mods and their copper contacts or something like that, I will generally use the same copper cleaner that I'll use for the actual mods themselves.
Yeah. Those what about those little, you've got one, haven't you? The little fiberglass, is it a fiberglass pen?
I haven't got
a little nib on the end.
Not used one. They're supposed to be, are they fiberglass or graphite or something?
Graphite. Could be right. Or an angle grinder. Yeah, did he right? Get the angle grinder
out. Have you had any difficulties taking mods, tanks, or juices on planes when going on hollybobs? From Steve from Rugby. I never leave the house, so that's not an issue that I've had. However, we do have a European vape guru in the house who is a widely known traveler around Europe to attend many vape shows and special events. So please tell us your experiences. Mr. Grand Poobah.
Thank you. Thank you very much. What a wonderful intro. Such a dick. I'm only going for short trips, so I never actually put anything into the hold. So with what I travel with, batteries and whatnot, all my liquids has to be under 100 mils, if I remember correctly. Your bottle just goes in your little plastic bag that you put through, and that's it. I've been stopped coming back from through Birmingham. They always stop me. Yeah. But
is that Greece, just because you're a monster?
Yeah, probably. But coming back from Athens, Germany twice, and Poland, and they just don't bother. They're not concerned at all. I've never had any issues whatsoever.
The only thing that I've done when I went to Austria last year and places like that is basically I've got sort of a Coilmaster bag thing. I put all my mods and all my batteries in there, and I'm able to open that out so I can show going through security exactly what's in there. So I'm not trying to hide anything or anything like that, and it just makes life easier that way. And then chargers and all that sort of stuff will go into the hold, but the mods and batteries tend to be on my carry-on. Yeah, but it's not something I do very regular, so it's not really a big thing. Now, Bryce points something out here as well. I have got it in the description as well. Any USA vapors, text CASAA FLAVORS to 52886 and save the flavors. Today is the last day you can do that, so I'm sure a lot of you had or have already, but I don't think there's been the uptake on that there should have been, or that people were rather hoping for. So if you're in America, go and do that. Those details are in the description as well. At least I think they are. What else we got going on? Excited about the Bonza tube, asks Ratboy. Yes, I am. Yes, very much so. I think as it's coming from Sam, I think it's going to be a pretty solid mech. So I'm very, very much looking forward to that. Sam, I don't know if you've seen this, but Mr. Vaping Bogan did something brilliant the other day. He did a live stream because he's in London at the minute. He's been going through vape shops and all this sort of stuff, but he went to the pub to watch an Arsenal game with his mate, and he just put his phone on a table while they were playing table football, and then he just kind of got quite merry and got all excited about people scoring goals and stuff, and just left his phone streaming on YouTube. It was genius. It was like watching the Big Brother house. It was marvelous. Triple X Vapes, Todd's reviews. Thanks for the Blade of God and MDLR RDA. Haven't put them down. Put the mech down. Cheers. I guess he's won one of your things, possibly.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Ah, excellent, excellent. Oh, now, the fact I've seen Jimmy in there has also reminded me of something. Go, if you've not seen it already, go to the, go and search out Vaguely Vaping Related Podcast on your favorite podcast provider. I don't know if they're on SoundCloud, Spotify. I don't think they're on Spotify, but they are on SoundCloud and Apple and all that sort of stuff. But go and check those out. I did a great chat with the boys. Not the Saturday just gone, the Saturday before, but it was released the Saturday just gone. So if you, I've just got into podcasts and I've just got into an audiobook. I fucking love it. I'm all into that noise now. Even bought a speaker for my shower so I can listen to podcasts while I'm showering. Is that weird?
Old man.
Now, and audiobooks. Nick Offerman's How to Paddle Your Own Canoe. Fucking marvelous. Brilliant. No, he's great. It's full of life advice, and Nick Offerman is just a hero. What have we got going on here?
There's a good point. Is sorry to interrupt, but when you're flying, that's both the squonkers that I'm taking with me, and both bottles are empty. Just be careful when you're taking anything. Empty your tanks. Just empty them. Because the chances are that they will leak like Billy-O.
Or put them upside down in the little thing. Because what happens, the pressure pushes the juice through the wicking and then comes out the air holes, right?
Yep.
So if you have them upside down, can't do that. Dig with me, sunshine. Tell you, 65,000 subscribers.
I hate pointing out you're actually wrong, but anyway, just moving on.
I'm not. That's how it works.
Yeah, but it can still go through your wick holes.
How?
And it can come down through your chimney.
Well, it depends how much space there is between the. If the wick's at the bottom of the tank, then and you flip it up, then it can't because it's not
You
going to
never
go.
stipulated that though.
Juice doesn't go up,
If
does
you're
it?
going to set out guidelines, you have to.
Oh, I'm coming to see you. The juice doesn't do that. Oh, surprise!
Science.
His science doesn't work. Shut your face. Airsofter says, follow up to the beginner RDA. What would you recommend? Pre-built coils or building your own? I'm quite emphatic about this one. Build your own. Pre-built coils, I firmly believe, are a kind of a lazy man's way of doing things. If you're experienced and you know your shit, you have to learn to build your coils. It's so easy now with all the tools and things that we've got available to us. You must learn to build your coils. If you want to buy pre-built after that because you can't be asked wrapping them or you haven't got any Clapton wire or whatever else, then you crack on. But by building, you'll learn resistance, you'll learn what the different size wires do, you'll learn all of that sort of good stuff, and that's very, very important in my opinion. So I don't know if Mr. Todd wants to disagree with me on that.
No, I just want to thank you, Kevin.
That's all. Did he give me a super chat or something? What?
No. Just you carry on. Carry on.
What do you think about the dual 18650 Rage Squonk from Ownboy? As it's from Ownboy, I'm sure it's going to be awesome. I'm not entirely convinced about the what word do I want? Beginning with the bottles that can only go in that squonker. I'm not entirely sure.
Proprietary.
That's the word. Proprietary. I'm not convinced I'm on board with that, but I imagine the unit itself will be amazing. So I think that'll be pretty damn good. What else? They were 4K short for the survey, I believe. Fucking hell. Americans, if you haven't done it, just do it. It'll take like no time. Just get it done. What else have we got going on here? Is there any more? Vaping bike, you finished Lost in Space yet? No, because my wife quite enjoys it. And I love my wife very much, but she does have this thing. If we're watching something where there's only the one series, we'll get kind of halfway through it. And then she's like, nope, I don't want to watch anymore for a while. I want to save it so I can enjoy it again a little bit longer down the road, which I don't really understand because we often forget about it completely and never go back to it. But there we go. It's another thing. What else? I tell you what, and I mentioned this to Mr. Todd earlier on. I've been watching a series called Weeds on Netflix. Now, it's not the sort of thing I would normally go for, but I'm kind of into it. And I'm on just finished series 6. And yeah, it's quite good. Mr. Todd, Vaping Biker, can you recommend any physical shops in Scotland for authentic mechs and RDAs? Well, I would say to go to Rock and go to Jiven shop. But my knowledge of Scotland may be a little bit lacking. So what authentic mechs and RDAs, do you know of any in Scotland?
In Scotland, do you know of any in England?
Yes.
Yes, it's a big place, England, isn't it? There's lots of shops in Scotland. If you go to Edinburgh, Dundee, Glasgow, there are many vape shops.
What, they do proper regular, proper like mechs and stuff? Because mechs are a hard one to find.
You're only going to find the mainstream ones. You'll not find anything. Yeah, you're only going to find your like Vape Geek and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. So going back to the original question, you don't know. That's what you're saying. That's what you're telling us.
Pressure. That's all. Pressure. I'm just leaving it at
that. Any change of any build how-to videos? Asked Kevin. I have no idea what that means, I'm afraid. Sorry, Kevin. I don't know what you're asking there, buddy boy. What else have we got? Any other? Is there any? Gifford? Oh, read that. Read it, Todd, from Bryce Vapes. Gifford vape shop.
If it can't see, I can't see it. Where is it?
It's not far from the most recent. In between a couple of David Motrans, but it's Gephreden. Gephreden.
Yeah, pass. Can't see it. Oh, yeah, sorry. No, I've not a clue. Not a clue. Grant's saying he's been to every shop in Glasgow and it's all clones. Well, I know that's not true for a start.
No, well, there you go then. Boo, boo, Grant, boo. Vaping Biker Todd's reviews. Jimmy the Vape at Tune Tubes. Tell him Dean sent you.
He's winding you up.
I don't know what's going on. I'm so confused.
They're just taking the piss. They're taking the piss tonight.
As reviewers, what was your most frightening episode with fans? Asks Cuz Steve. Have you had any kind of wobbly moments with anyone that's come up to you or anything like that?
It really just goes back to what you said earlier on. It's when you're yeah, fans in quotations. Yeah, don't like, just people want to come up and say hello. If you're talking to somebody and you're having a nice conversation and you're chewing the fat, and then just somebody just comes flying at you from the side and starts talking over the top of you.
Yeah,
the conversation you're having, that freaks the living shit out of me. Yeah. If it appears that I'm being grumpy, it's possibly because you've just
scared the delicate little flower that is Mark Todd.
Yes, absolutely. Or I'm biting my lip and not telling. I
did have a guy, not at a recent show, but there was a guy that came up to me, and he had quite an intimidating look, and he just sort of came up to me and was fairly close, and just kind of had his head down a little bit and just kind of stared at me through his eyebrows, and didn't say anything. And I'm like, hello. And it was a very strange interaction. We ended up kind of having a bit of a chat at one point, but it kind of, I didn't really know what to say there. It's a bit, you know, are you going to stab me? What's going on here? But there you go. Someone asked about the Daedalus Pro. Yes, absolutely. That is what I need to pull my finger out and get shit done. Now my filming is way better than it has been. I've sorted out different cameras and lenses and stuff for different jobs. That then I will be able to do that once we get back from Expo and get my shit together.
Did you get a strike with the new thing YouTube is doing? I
did not. I haven't done any CBD related videos, so it never worked for me. So no, I have not. Kevin's asking, any chance of many build videos from you on how to build your coils? I did do a basics in the tutorials playlist on my channel. There is a basics on how to build coils for beginners, where I do my very famous and very, very, very clever straw analogy when it comes to resistance, which I'm very proud of. But no, other than that, I haven't done really. No, hang on. I did do my favorite coil. I did do my my dual core Claptons. I did do a video for that as well. So that might be in the tutorials playlist as well. If I make my own coils, will I get a beautiful beard like yours? Yes, you will. Absolutely. That's why Todd doesn't have a beard. Is there anything we as Europeans can do to support vapors in the States against flavor regulations? I don't know. I would love to be able to answer that question, but I don't know. I wouldn't have thought so, because you're, as a kind of an out-of-country body, is not really going to make much of an impact to that government's kind of thoughts on things. However, you know, that's something that you can that would be much more wisely sort of thrown at an American reviewer, I'm afraid. I'd love to be able to give you more information about that, but it's like when we have stuff in the UK. If you're in America, you can't really help us in the UK, because we have to do our shit ourselves, the same as the Americans have to do the shit themselves as well. Which sounds quite dismissive, but I don't mean it to be. Right. Where did you get your glasses? They were super cheap. I can't remember. They're senators, though, apparently, if that's the thing. So, you know, boom. Someone asked earlier about cotton. You guys always stick to one kind or use different depending on your pick. Basically, Tara is asking us what cotton we use. I use Muji. I used to use cotton bacon from time to time, but I just use Muji for everything these days, just because it seems to be the easiest. I used to use Vapor's Choice a lot as well for mix. You're Muji man as well now, aren't you?
Exactly the same as you, my friend. Used to be cotton bacon for a long time, but I got 2 huge bags of Muji and does the job just as well.
Gotcha. M16 is asking why you're wearing his tablecloth. That's a slightly pitied laugh there.
It's not. I actually had 5 comments that I could have come back with there, but I decided not to use them.
What's your favorite handmade coil? The ones that I make all the time, which are my flattened dual cores 26 gauge stainless steel with 36 or 38 gauge canthal around the outside and then flattened. So I make that all the time because I like it. Fiddling with my ear piercing while listening to you guys. Thank you very much, Alan. Very kind. Good to know. Even Dean and Todd just wondered if juice and products at expos are that much cheaper, if at all. Can't wait to come say hi at Expo next weekend. You occasionally will get some deals, but that's not it doesn't happen all the time. It doesn't happen all the time. So, and in a lot of cases, you'll find that you'll have kind of like a juice manufacturer that won't be selling products at the event because they supply shops sort of around the event or kind of in the area. And so if they were to sell you their juice cheap, then you wouldn't be able to go and support your local establishments. So, that's the thing that doesn't happen. But there tends to be lots of juice giveaways and all that sort of good shit. So you'll probably walk away with a few bits and bobs of that one.
I would say on the last day of an expo, that's when you get the deals. If there are going to be any deals, big deals, that's when they'll be, usually in the afternoon of the last day.
Just so they don't have to take stuff back to them.
Yes.
Yeah. Deborah Connor makes her own coils but doesn't want a beard. Well, might be sexy.
Have you used Cotton Bacon Prime yet?
Do you know what? I've got some, but I've not used it.
I have. People saying it's Remco saying he uses Prime. It's a keeper, super fast absorption.
There we go. Not something that when I've tried it, I used to think the cotton bacon did a good thing when it came to wicking in RTAs, but I don't really see that much of a difference between that and Muji, to be honest with you.
No, I mean Muji I think we said this to you last time or the time before that. I really find that Muji wicks is a lot more absorbent than Cotton Bacon V2 was.
Yeah,
I really do think it is, but I've not compared it to the Prime yet.
That's fair enough.
But then I'm not prepared to pay. How much is it for a little thing? It's about £6 for a tiny little packet of cotton bacon.
Look at that noise.
Nah.
No, not into that one. Chevy Man Vape Cloud says we're all vapers need to stick together no matter in the US or over the pond. Yes, I agree with you. However, if I can't influence your government and you can't influence mine, then we can't, there's nothing we can physically do there. So, we can support each other, but when it comes to actually doing stuff, we're somewhat restricted. Can you post the link for the DNA 75C firmware again, please, Mr. Todd? Asks Ohm Comforts. I added the Mr. Todd at the end. Oh no, you've done it already. Look, fuck, he's on it. Look, he's on it. I started to teach my wife how to make coils, but I had to stop when she started growing a beard and wearing snapbacks. Could be sexy.
Could well be.
Do your stainless steel and Canthal coils work with the replay, even though you've called me gaping biker, Alex McKenzie? Yes, they do. So there we go. What else have we got going on here? What else going on? A bit of a newbie question. Asks Airsofter, but how often do you have to drop an RDA? What? How often do you have to drop an RDA, and are they all practical if you want to vape out the house? Oh, how like to drop into an RDA? It depends on how big your coils are, how much of a juice well you've got, how angry you're vaping at, all that sort of stuff. But I generally sort of just wait until you start getting a slightly kind of less than favorable vape, and then sploosh in a load more juice. That's that. Fan background, vaping for 12 Monkeys at the moment. Thank you very much, Derry. It's microfiber and sexy. Definitely not sexy. Who isn't sexy? Oh, the beard definitely isn't sexy. Calm down. Oil or balm? Oil and then balm. There you go. So that answers that one, Paul. Oil first, and then balm to seal it, especially with the crap weather. Boom. Now, what's best coil for the Berserker? The one that makes you happy.
Yes.
Boom. There you go. Loads of different ones you can go with, but whatever works for you. So I don't know if there's any more questions going on in chat, but I haven't seen any at the moment. So if are you being anywhere in particular at the Hall of Vape in Stuttgart? So if someone wants to find you, other than just looking up, what's the best way of someone trying to get hold of you?
Just tackle me if you see me. I'm not. I know, like, I mean, Phil and Dimitri, I mean, they're into the whole getting up on stage kind of thing.
Yeah.
But that's not my kind of thing. So I just spend all the time walking around and around and around.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm just trying to talk to as many people as I can.
You youthful old bugger, you youthful old bugger. So I will be at the stand that I will announce a little bit later in the week for a whole bunch of time, but I will be whizzing round from Friday to Sunday as well. And I'll also be at the Vaper Round Awards on Friday night as well. So I don't think many sort of public people are going to be there, but if you're in a business and you're there, then I'll see you there. But there we go. Do RDAs leak if you don't keep them upright? If you overdrip, they do. Absolutely. Are you working on any new recipes? Yes, Alex, I am. I'm working on a berry recipe at the moment, which is interesting. Ian Thomas, good try. Didn't tell you. Not gonna quite yet. Dean mentioned Mottram's fucking coils. Right. Is he crying about? Are you still using Mr. Mottram's little mouth to lung coils?
Who? Never heard of him. Never heard of him.
Yes, Pilgrim Vapes. If you look at Pilgrim Vapes on Instagram, he does these little mouth to lung Claptons, which are quite nice.
And they should be available from Stealth Vape in the UK very, very soon.
There we go. I tell you, we're nice to that boy, you know.
I don't know why.
Don't know. Just too kind. So that's the thing. And also MTN coils. I mention them a lot, but I'm not sponsored by them. MTN coils for sort of big chunky coils. Biker gets you 15% off. Now I know what I wanted to show you. I'll show people on the next vlog, but not a sponsored irrelevant ad at all. Certainly not sponsored, but there's a company called Studio that sent me some Bluetooth headphones lately. I've never do you use Bluetooth headphones?
Headphones, good call. Yeah, I've got put mine in my case for traveling. Yes, I do. I use Bluetooth headphones.
But I've never used them before. They're fucking marvelous, aren't they?
Yeah, I've got Skull Crushers.
No. Well, I got some from Studio, and I'm trying them out at the moment. I put a link up on my Instagram and Facebook and all that sort of good shit with a picture I took of them, and there's a discount code there. So if you're interested in treating yourself to some headphones, then that's a thing. That's just another saving to pass on to you guys, should you want it. Now, I think have we covered everything? Have we covered everything we need to cover tonight? Yeah.
Geez, you covered that. Oh, wait a minute. The wormhole.
Oh yes. Yeah, how are you getting on with it?
You're supposed to get a little clamp.
Yes.
Inside it.
Yes.
You get two clamps that they were the exact same.
Yes. That's what I was talking about earlier on. You should have had, one would assume, one clamp with only sort of one side with the holes on it and the other side blanked off, right?
Yeah. They've obviously cocked up because it's impossible to switch the bottom airflow off and have a single coil airflow at the top.
Yeah.
I just dropped them an email whilst you were talking earlier on. Just asking them what was going on.
Rude.
So.
Yeah, I mean, how are you getting on with it? It is an ugly RDA, isn't it?
It's too much going on. Just far too much going on.
And also, do you find that even though you've got an acrylic top cap, the fact that they've put a stainless steel ring around the top, if you do vape it at high wattage, that the top cap stays nice and cool, but that stainless steel ring gets fucking warm.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, going back in time, I mean, with all the stuff that's seen, when you take anything, be it an RDA, a mod, or whatever, and you try to get it to do more than one thing,
yeah,
it just nearly always falls flat in its arse.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more on that one. Are you going to sell stuff in the toilets like Vic will be? No toilet selling from me. Todd's reviews. What is on the right at the top on the what? What's Kevin saying there? Todd's review. What is that on the right at the top on the your desk setup?
What's on the right? On my right or your right?
I imagine it's my right. Could be the 3D printer.
3D printer.
I reckon it's a 3D printer.
Yeah. Orange thing. Yeah, 3D printer.
Boom. There you go. No, it's not the A-Net. I've got the A-Net A8. You've got the posh one. Prusa.
Yeah.
Right. Good. I think we're done. I think we're done and dusted then, aren't we?
Ah, we are indeed, yeah.
I'm gonna have a little bit of a nipple stroke just because, you know, why not? Over the t-shirt, of course. Don't want to get a strike. But no, I think we're good. I'm going to treat myself to a flying saucer.
My right. That's a desk fan on top of a record player.
Maybe asking what album you're listening to, maybe?
Same as last week. Yazoo upstairs at Eric's. Shut up. So, listen, I've had the whole dye. I've had the dye in your hair. You're wearing a tablecloth. You're old, and the guy with the beard has more subs than you.
Yes, but Yazoo, you're not really helping yourself, are you?
Just yeah, you can all get pumped. You're all horrible.
Right.
I was going to say, so the missus is going down with you. Yes.
She's making sure that I don't misbehave and I'm a good boy, and also keeping me going through the whole weekend.
Yeah.
This is going to be my first one without beer, which is a bit stressful, because that's always your go-to thing. You go, well, I just need a little bit of a break. What I'll do is I'll go to the pub and have like 3 or 4 pints and then come back and be a little bit cheery and full of energy again. And I'm not doing that this time. So, and if I have Red Bull, then I'll just be peeing all afternoon, and that'll be a worry. What are you laughing at now?
They're still having a go. Okay, apparently my headphones are not called Skull Crushers. They're called Skull Candy.
That makes more sense.
Well, no, they could be. They could be Skull Crushers. Skull Crushers is a better name for headphones.
You could wear your Skull Crushers with your Vape Life hat.
Yeah. And shut up. At least I paid for mine.
Under your shelf, he's saying. Fucking, it's technical. What's under this? Maybe the black, the is that a copper thing? Under the shelf on the wall, there's a picture frame, a light colored picture frame. Is that a Corrosive Creations copper plaque?
Oh, that. Yes, that is.
Might be that one.
I love that. Did you get one of these?
No, I had to pay for a mod from those guys.
Yeah, free shit. This is what happens when you've only got 60,000 subscribers.
Nah.
That's really cool. That
Very nice too.
They're out of copper.
Excellent.
Did you know Fizz? There was the 2 guys that were Corrosive Creations, but Fizz, he's doing squonkers now, 3D printed squonkers.
Was he?
Yeah. But who isn't?
Yeah, everyone seems to be. I've just replied to Phil, asked about the headphones. Sudio, S-U-D-I-O, the Regents, which are the over-ear ones, are the ones that I've got. But if you look on my social media, Instagram or something else, you'll see the discount code. Skull Candy does make a pair called Skull Crushers, by the way, says Charles Bond. Don't say that, Charles, because now he's going to get all kind of, look, I know what I was talking about, and you're all taking the
That as well. Get up, yeah. There we go. Skull candy, skull crushers.
There we go. Boom. Right. Okay. Studio from Phil Collins. Funnily enough, yes, that's where they got the name from. I believe the creator is Swedish, designed in Sweden. I think it's Sweden. I fucking hope it's Sweden and not Denmark. Anyway, he kind of caught up with Phil Collins, and something to do with, I've not read the manual. It does say in the manual, but yes, there is a connection there anyway. Alternative bottle for the squonk bottle for the Luna. I have no idea, Carlos. I'm afraid. Sorry about that, buddy. Right. I think we are done. I think we're done for this evening. I'm going to try and get a couple of videos out this week. Hey, let's shoot for the stars and see what we can do. If you're in Stuttgart, then please go and say hello to Mr. Todd. He'll have a lovely time chatting to you. And if you're in Expo, please come along and say hello to me. I'll have a lovely time chatting to you as well. So that'd be nice. And if there is anyone that gets to do both, that would be amazing. Oh, why are we not doing that? I'm sure like kind of American YouTubers could jot about doing these things. We should be able to do Germany and the UK in the same weekend on jets.
That would be awesome. That really would be awesome.
That would be cool. Anyway, Deborah Connor, you make our Monday nights so much better. Thank you very much indeed.
You know what she said? She said me first. That's just point that out. It's just an observation. It doesn't mean
first the worst, second the best.
Right, are we going to do this?
Yes, we are. But we'll see you very, very soon. If you do want to support the channel, then please go ahead and click on my Patreon link in the description. I'd very much appreciate that. It certainly helps me continue to do the things that I'm doing on the channel and create the type of content that I think is worthwhile moving towards as time goes on. So thank you so much for those of you that do already, and thank you for those of you that are thinking about it, or there is a PayPal link down there as well if you want to make a one-off contribution to the channel. So thank you, and thank you so much. And don't feel that just because it's my birthday tomorrow you have to do either of those things. I wouldn't push that on anyone, but just in case anyone's forgot. No. All right, so that's a really cunty thing. But thank you very much indeed for watching, and we will see you all again very soon. Are you going to do it this week?
Hang on, have you done your sales pitch thing?
What sales pitch?
You know, the whole Patreon and raffle tickets and stuff.
I've just done it.
Oh, sorry, I tuned out there. Sorry. Okay.
Bellend. Right. On that case, I'll put the camera on you. So
and you can also go to vapingbiker.co.uk and you can get your merch from there as well. There's t-shirts and mugs. You
can indeed. I have got my one of my Vaping Biker mugs right here. So if you want to wake up to my face every morning, then you know, and who wouldn't? Then crack on, go for it. Give it some beans, get a t-shirt, tickle your wick, old son. Have it.
And you can also go to Vaping Biker and you can read some outstanding juice reviews by Mrs. Biker.
Good point. I was just about to mention that one. That Mrs. Vaping Biker has put a couple of juice reviews up. Today went up was some Mirage e-liquids, and there were some other ones that went up last week as well. So go across to vapingbiker.co.uk and you'll see she keeps them nice and short as well. So that's it's not too much to read. So there we go. So go and check those bad boys out.
And Schwartzy.
And Schwartzy still needs to do a review. He hasn't done a review for me for ages.
Oh, that's not good.
He's got a lot of good reviews up there, to be honest with you. I have got a review from Mr. Mottram coming for a tank, which is very exciting.
It'll be a lengthy one.
Oh God, I've said I'm not going to edit it. It's just going to go on in its book form, and we'll release a paperback of it. That'll be fine.
War and Peace, I would imagine. Anyway. I'll shut up now and I'll let you do your bit. Sorry.
Right. Going the camera on you. We're not going to fuck about it this week. We're going to go. So thank you so much for watching. What are you doing?
I'm waiting.
All right. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you at the weekend, if not before. And make sure you go there and have it large. No, Todd, that was late.
That's all you're getting.
You've got to go for the have
all
it large.
You can get pumped. No. Right, I'll tell you what, I looked out a serious mod for this.
What?
Like this is an honor review. This is a Dead Rabbit with the I've Got Stupid Air Holes.
He is.
We have a Stab Wood 18650 mech. So I'm ready for it this week.
Have you got an angry build in there as well?
I have. I've got a 0.15 dual coil build.
Have you got juice in there? Because I worry about you only on account of the fact that you're not used to doing such things.
That's just what I'm checking. Right, I'm good to go. I'm good to go. I'm good to go.
Right, go on then. Big lungs. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you very soon. Make sure you have it large.